We are live.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to the Ben Kissel channel. Kyle Ploof, Ben Kissel, and Jerii Aquino. She's going to be here momentarily. She's doing lady stuff. You know how that goes. So thank you all so much for joining us on the live stream. Also, this episode, it will be up for podcast listeners.
Ooh.
So that'll be exciting if you're listening at home right now. Perhaps you're in the buff. Maybe you're doing the dishes. Maybe you're just staring at your cat wishing it was dead. Either way, we can be with you today, Monday, November 4th, a day before November 5th.
Uh-oh.
Which obviously is election day. I don't really feel like we need to spend time on that small issue.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Very small.
Whatever happens is going to happen. The
Yep.
world's going to hell in a handbasket. And whoever wins or loses, we're all fucked. So let's talk about the most important story of the week. And that is, of course, Peanut the Squirrel.
Oh.
Yes, indeed. Peanut the Squirrel. This brings us to upstate New York. Peanut, it wasn't just a squirrel. It was a friend.
Yeah.
It was a family member.
It was cute.
It was cute. It was 7 years old, which I didn't even realize that the squirrel could live that long.
Wow.
It's an old-ass squirrel.
Yeah, that is elderly, it seems like.
Unfortunately, somebody snitched on this squirrel because they said they were bit by it. So
Ah.
the squirrel was all pissed off, and you know, in a world of squirrels, everything they see is a nut. And apparently, he thought that this person deserved a good biting, so he got bit. And the next thing you know, the great authority figures of upstate New York, because there's nothing else going on. There's not a massive, massive meth problem. Fentanyl isn't flowing over the Canadian borders. No, they said we better take care of this squirrel.
Wait, so Peanut bit a neighbor?
Apparently.
Oh,
That's
God.
what this neighbor said. You bit me. Shut up. Just shut up. Who cares? You can't deal with a little squirrel bite. It's a domesticated squirrel.
Right.
It probably eats better than you do.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It's fine. So, little twist in the saga here, little twist in the story. It turns out, here's Jerii Aquino.
Oh!
We just started. We're talking Peanut the Squirrel. Yeah.
What's going on with Peanut the Squirrel?
Peanut the Squirrel. It was upstate New York. It was raided by the authorities because it was illegally held as a pet by a dude named Mark Longo. Yes, Mark Longo.
Legally held? Is it legal to hold a squirrel
You
anywhere?
can't have a squirrel. Apparently, upstate, it's not a domesticated animal. In New York,
It's an exotic animal.
It's
Yeah.
not a domesticated animal anywhere.
well, get hooked up, Jer, so people can hear you and see you. That would be great. I love that. I love that idea for you.
Thanks. Oh, thanks. Do you?
Yes, I love that. How are you doing, Jerii?
I'm good. I think I'm getting sick.
Oh,
Great.
that's fun.
Oh, good. Just in time for us to get over everything we had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just in time. Oh,
Well, Mark Longo, he says that Peanut the Squirrel, who was a buddy, and the invasion of his home was solely to get this animal out, and then inevitably it was euthanized. However, there's some pushback because Longo, it's not just a clever last name. Apparently, he does porn. So he's a porn star, and I don't know about a porn star.
Yeah.
He's a porn something.
He participates.
He participates in porno. And now a lot of people are saying, hey, you're using Peanut the Squirrel as a way to promote your porn website. And then Longo says, no, I'm not. I'd never do that. So there you go. This was reported on about from every network. Every network was talking about this.
Wow.
This is the biggest news of the week. He has an OnlyFans, and he thinks that's the reason his farm got raided.
Wow.
Was apparently he shows the animals on the OnlyFans, and he also has a thing called Fred. He also has an animal named Fred the raccoon.
Oh, was he using them for his OnlyFans?
I hope not.
Using Peanut the Squirrel as a cocksock?
We talked about a dog fucker on an episode a couple of weeks ago.
And
a couple of months
alligator
ago.
fucker.
That's right. Yeah. No, he wasn't. So
Wow.
yeah, a lot of people are super upset. He's been shooting a lot of porn with his wife, and then he's also separately babysitting some of his neighbors' kids. So I think what maybe happened was he was shooting some porno, and then the neighbors were like, hey, can you watch our kids? And, you know, everything's covered in lube, and it's all slippery. Maybe a slip and fall occurs. Who knows? Next thing you know, they stormed the place looking for what I would imagine was child pornography.
Yep.
But there was no CP to be found. They just found this goddamn squirrel and then killed the fucking thing.
Well, this guy sounds productive.
He's amazing.
He wants to do so much with his time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also, if you look at the picture here, they're beautiful. And he was shooting porn with his wife. And what's nicer than that?
Yeah.
Just expressing some love.
Exactly.
They were playing ookie cookie with the waffle.
They have a waffle in their hands. The squirrel is connected to that waffle.
Wow, that's gross.
BWS, did the raccoon get got as well? No word.
Oh.
No word on Fred the raccoon. So Mark's theory said officials used the animals as a way to get into the home to dig up dirt on his porn business.
And Fred the raccoon was euthanized.
He was killed?
They killed them both.
Wow.
This is a mass casualty incident.
Innocent bystanders,
That
man.
is sad.
It's not on them.
Wow.
It's also interesting. They went with two very different kinds of names for the animals. Fred and then Peanut.
Yeah. One had a human name, one had a pet's name.
Yeah.
You think they respected one more than the other?
Well, one was named after a legume. And of course, this is a white person thing where they name their animals real people's names like Ingrid or Ethel, and then their kid will be named like Strawberry.
Yes, pretty much. Steve the dog and Coconut the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they want to be unique. And yeah, we're white. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in the suburbs, but we're different.
But
we're
we're
not like
spiritual.
them. We're not like the other whites.
Yeah.
You are. Something whiter. There's nothing whiter than naming your kids something fucking really stupid.
Heaven.
Heaven. Oh my God. Or even better, I've heard this for a name, Nevea.
Yeah, heaven backwards.
Nevea?
Yes.
Oh my God.
There's a
That's
lot of girls,
horrifying.
and they're all strippers.
That's not,
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
They're babies. This is my generation's problem. This is the millennial parents' problem.
that is pretty tough. I'm glad I don't have to deal with anyone with those names.
No, absolutely not.
Because
So-
they're all sitting in classrooms together. Little
Of course.
Nevea, little Laser, little Broski.
I do kind of like Laser Kissel. It's kind of fun.
Laser kissing.
Yeah, for like your car.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, Daisy Sheridan says justice for Fred and Peanut. And I agree.
Yeah.
Mark Longo says folks who think he's trying to capitalize on the moment to promote his OnlyFans, they're wrong. They're wrong. He says everything he does with his wife is perfectly legal and that he does not feel any shame. He is only upset that they killed Peanut and apparently fucking Fred the raccoon.
God.
I gotta be upset. I'm not. I gotta be honest. I'm not that upset about Fred the raccoon.
Well, I kind of like raccoons.
Raccoons have hands.
I kind of don't. That's why I don't like them.
What?
They eat.
They got thumbs and
Yeah.
everything?
One time in New York City, a raccoon tried to break and enter into my 4th floor apartment.
Oh, wow.
He climbed in through my fire escape, and I heard his little nails trying to open the window. Horrifying.
Not a racist euphemism.
It was an actual raccoon.
All right. Franz Hunter says, Ben, with an exclamation mark. Do you miss NYC? All of us have lived in New York
That's
City.
true.
Yep.
I think we all agree when we say, I miss the spirit of New York City.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I miss the people.
Yeah.
Yep.
I miss the walking. It's good for your abs, good for your legs, good for your belly.
Yeah, I could live without the walking.
Well, I need it or I'm not going to live at all.
I was constantly in shape in New York.
Oh, the steps are fucking incredible. The whole city's a gym.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the thing about New York, and it's a little cliche, they say fuck you because they love you. So they'll be like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
But then they'll be like, let's have a beer.
Yeah.
And then out.
I miss that.
I miss that.
Yeah, I really miss that.
Because just let me know what you think.
Right.
Yep.
You know, don't go talking to some fucking news reporter behind my back and stabbing me in it.
Yeah.
You trash bags.
Or say, let's do lunch. And then that really means I fucking hate you.
Oh my God, let's do fucking lunch.
Let's do lunch sometime.
New York has it locked down on brunch. Not
Yeah.
to be totally fucking Kathy Ack, but brunch in New York is fucking next level because everyone's hammered at 2 p.m. And if you're not, they're like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, seriously. It was packed.
Yep. Max says he misses the pizza. Lombardi's on Bleecker.
Yep.
There was a joint I used to go to called, oh my goodness, Carmine's Pizza.
Yeah.
So around here in Los Angeles, people say, oh, I love you, but then they mean fuck you, I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the Midwest, it's a little bit of both. So I wish I could take the kindness of the Midwest, the sternness and the honesty of the East Coast, and just the weather of the West Coast.
I know. That would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really would be. Franz Hunter says he's from Denmark,
Ah.
but he really wants to go see New York City. Well, it just flush the toilet a bunch, drown, flood your apartment, and it'll be like you live there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go in the summer, you're definitely going to smell piss.
Oh, my God.
Most places you go.
That's my favorite thing, though. You see beautiful models,
Yep.
beautiful people,
Yeah.
and they're walking by the same pile of human shit.
Yep. Pretty much. And then in the wintertime, you just see that covered up by snow.
Yeah.
And most of the snow is yellow.
Most of the snow is yellow, and then people, because they're really smart, they throw all the trash in the snow because they're like, once it's in the trash, it disappears. So then when the
Right.
snow melts, then instead of snow mounts, you just have trash mounts.
Yeah.
And those stay there all winter
Super
and all
great.
summer, and that's why the rats are absolutely disgusting, and they crawl up your asshole.
Well, you have raccoons climbing in the window.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. Kind of miss it.
Oh, sick squirrel.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, sick squirrel, thank
Speaking
you.
of Peanut the squirrel,
Human piss, the great equalizer.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, maybe it is. Mark says one more thing. This is Mark Longo again, the victim of a corrupt police state. Mark tells us the search warrant says there was probable cause, believing he committed a crime, but they never said what the crime was. So now he's lawyering up and saying he's going to get some justice for his goddamn squirrel Peanut.
the crime was being that cute for
Yeah,
Peanut.
banging his wife
Yeah.
on camera.
Too cute.
Yeah.
The couple they used to say the couple that prays together stays together, but now I think the couple that gets paid to fuck on camera, I don't know what the rhyme would be, but I think they stick around.
Yeah, I think they stay together.
Well,
Couples that only fans together make bands together.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. And bands never break up.
No.
I'm talking about money bands.
Oh yes, that's very true.
Bands that make good dance.
Exactly.
And everybody knows that they're together because they'll be like, I just jerked off to that couple.
Yeah.
And you see them at Walmart.
They're stuck together.
I see.
Oh, it's like when the wrestlers take their little play characters out into the real world.
Yeah.
What's
do you
that
mean?
called? Kayfabe?
What do you mean by that?
When they, like they pretend break their arms and then they wear like a cast in real life.
I didn't know that they
It's
were
real.
It's real to me, damn it. It's real to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's go on to something that is exceptionally real. Let's talk about these Menendez brothers.
Ooh,
So
yes.
I didn't realize that. So their father, I guess he was just a child fucker,
Yes.
right?
Sounded like it.
Because now we got this guy Roy Rossello, who I think you mentioned before, Kyle, right? He's the
believe
dude
so.
from Menudo.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And so he wants to meet the Menendez brothers if they get out of prison, which is very possible. It could happen by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because evidently he also got fucked by their dad,
Oh,
which I guess kind of makes them some. Is that like Eskimo brothers? Like if you bang the same chick, they call them Eskimo brothers.
yeah. I think this one they're called victims.
Yeah.
Brother, Vic,
Eskimo victim.
Eskimo victims.
So,
Jesus.
I don't know. Be like, hey, that's your dad. He fucked me.
Yeah.
Your dad fucked you, and he fucked me.
Two guys in the
That's
same igloo
crazy.
over here.
Dude, no way. Your dad fucked you?
Whoa.
Buddy,
Hey.
let's go have brunch in New York City.
Whoa. Come on. That's really sad, but at the same time, that kind of helps their case, like
It does.
corroborates
Oh, big
what
time.
they've been saying.
It does, because it's no longer just two people who are convicted killers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
of course, that's not up for debate.
That was never.
But now you have this third person who's just like, yeah, the dude was real fucking nasty. So Eric and Kyle, they could get out.
Lyle.
Lyle.
I'm sorry, Eric and Lyle. Kyle.
Yeah.
Hey.
Kyle.
Lyle was my brother.
Yep. And
So
Kyle,
Lyle
you
and
were-
Kyle.
you didn't. Your dad didn't have sex with you at all.
No. Missing out.
Yeah. Well.
Oh my God.
Oh well. What could have been, huh?
Yep.
Yep. So Eric and Lyle Menendez, they got 35 years, and now they could potentially be out. It's Jose and Kitty Menendez. Those
Yeah.
were the ones that were killed.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Kitty, a lot of people say, well, why'd you have to kill her? But I feel like if you know something and you don't say it, your name is fucking Kitty Menendez, you better,
Yeah.
she's not as guilty, but she's also involved here.
An older lady that still goes by the name Kitty.
Yeah.
That's not trustworthy to me.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cute. But
Kind of cute.
It's kind of cute till you realize that one of the brothers went to the mother and was like, hey, dad's fucking us. And she's like, you're not going to say anything to anyone.
that's not very Kitty.
Yeah.
No, it's not very
That's not very
kitty-like.
kitty-like.
No, you would think that Kitty would be posting up all this. Like, I feel like anything that happens, Kitty knows. And
Yeah.
Kitty's talking,
Yeah.
but not in this case.
Yeah, brutal.
So Roy Rossello, former member of the Puerto Rican boy band, he came forward with the allegations in this docu-series. And now on Thursday, the Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon, he has announced his decision to recommend a resentencing.
Yeah.
Good.
So it's interesting is that all of this is happening because of podcasts, because of the Netflix documentaries, and because of true crime TikToks.
Yeah, the ever-changing landscape of societal.
Court of public opinion.
Yeah, exactly. It's just they did not get a fair shake. They weren't allowed to talk about the abuse in the second trial.
Right.
The first one
Which is
ended in a
crazy.
mistrial because of that.
Yeah.
And the second one, it was just like, oh, they're just snooty kids that wanted their parents' money.
Yeah, absolutely. I really wonder if Charles Manson was alive today. If he was a young man, still-ish, if he was in his 60s, would he get a little bit of a fresh look?
Because he didn't kill anybody.
He didn't kill no one. But you know who did? Was Tex Watson.
Yeah.
I read, do you know what I heard?
What'd you
What'd
hear?
you hear?
Tex Watson, when he was in prison, he had a whole nother cult. He was the prison pastor,
Wow.
and he had a bunch of fucking followers. And so Charles Manson, because he's just fun and spry and like, hey, I'm a piece of popcorn. He was fun to talk about. But Tex Watson is actually the cult leader and the person who put everyone up for it. So I think that Charlie should have had a chance to
Wow.
get out.
Wow. Yeah, you want him living in your fucking alleyway?
No, I do not. I'm really glad we don't have to deal with that.
Well, it would be easy to know who stole Peanut the squirrel.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I'm just brushing my teeth over here with your goddamn squirrel.
Scary enough to live in California post Ted Bundy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it
and
is.
Manson.
Yeah, Bundy, of course, a lot in Washington as well. But when it comes to Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, he actually had revoked one of the Manson women. I forget the gal's name. He revoked her appeal to be pardoned. He was like, "No, you're staying in prison, you crazy bitch."
That sucks.
So I do wonder, even if they let the Menendez brothers go out and have a little trial, would it go to Gavin Newsom's desk? And he says, "No, those people who killed their child fucking father are staying in prison. Take it from me, child fucker Gavin Newsom."
Do you think that they should be like released like with time served?
Well, that's what they're kind of saying, 35 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we had some people saying, Megan says, hi, dog Jerii. Jerii is now in the chat.
Bark, 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 bark.
Jerii.
Hello.
We've been doing so many cuddles lately, Jerii and I. It's been very, very fun.
Aw.
Some people are suggesting that maybe Lyle and Eric had sex with each other, but I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That was something that was alluded towards in the show.
Was it?
Yeah.
The show was weird.
That they banged each other?
Yeah, it was like it was like the father raped one of them first, and then the kid did it to Lyle did it to his brother as a result.
Trickle down economics.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Shit rolls downhill.
Yep.
Really?
Yes, but then he found out that he was also getting abused by his dad, and then
So he's like, oh, he's already done.
yeah, and then they came together about it.
Nice little family love triangle.
Yeah, you know.
God dang. Yeah, JC3, I see the words that you're writing, but I can't read them. They're quite large.
Yeah.
So Roy, the member of Menudo, he says he's had no contact with the brothers since the Peacock series of 2023. But again, he just wants to hang out and to be a fly on the wall during that conversation.
Good Lord.
A lot of, I don't even know what they would do. What do you want to meet? If you find out that you were molested by the same people, like, do you want to meet all the people that were molested by the person that molested you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to me, it's just like they'd be in the same room and it'd just be like, big gulps, huh?
Yeah.
Well, see you later.
Yep.
like a-
pretty much. Yep.
Like an even grosser version of the Saw therapy group.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah, so you did that to you too, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
that's good. This is all really fun to relive.
Well, what do we do now?
Do you like football at all? You have a basketball team you enjoy, or
Yeah. Did he make you do the thing with the rope? Yeah,
Yeah, he did, huh?
Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah, yeah.
this sucks, dude?
Yeah.
You ever feel like our lives have been ruined?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is according to we have a little quote here from this fella Yingling. He's a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. Yingling?
You know.
I don't know. They said, of course you would like to meet them one day, but that became impossible once it was clear he could be a key witness that could reopen their case as an independent victim of Jose,
Right.
proving that he was a pedophile and that brothers were telling the truth about the sexual child abuse. So I guess they want to keep them separated
Yeah.
so that the jury can't be like, they're colluding. They worked it all out. He's lying. They're all lying. But now that we do, again, have this third person, I think it's going to work out well for Eric and Lyle's defense.
Yeah, it's crazy because one of them wrote a letter to their cousin telling them about the abuse, and they
Right.
wrote a letter back, and they went missing because the cousin died, and they
Yeah.
had just like uncovered it within the last decade or so, I believe, and so that wasn't even a thing. And then separately, this dude from Menudo was like, "Oh, this happened to me."
Right.
So it's just crazy that they do have all these parts that do prove it pretty much did happen.
And then we have to ask ourselves, where was Ricky Martin?
Yeah,
He was in
In the
Menudo.
closet.
No, he's in the closet.
yeah.
During that time, I feel like he was.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah,
But was he abused
In
by
Menudo.
Jose Menendez?
He was in Menudo.
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh shit.
I bet you, well, we're going to start learning now with the Diddy trial of 2025. It seems like to be in the music video, that's the rite of passage. Mm-hmm. That's what happened with Usher.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got sent to the hospital by Diddy.
And then Usher gave Bieber to Diddy as a gift.
Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, "Here, please, will you release me now?"
And there was this other really weird little snippet I saw of Oprah, who, wow, she wasn't just giving away cars. Apparently, she was giving away people as well.
Really?
It was to Weinstein. Yeah, she was like, this is like a gift. And then the woman was like, I thought this was going to be an interview, which apparently is like the big, like, we're going to be like, this is just going to be an interview.
It's gonna be in the hotel room.
But it makes the guy who does the casting couch videos seem like a saint.
Yeah.
Serious?
Because at least those were interviews.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. It's a legitimate interview. They do get to know each other.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't interviewing for Burger King. They were interviewing for porn. So you
Right. Yeah.
do the interview.
So yeah, it was like the half of the foot was already through the door.
But then these people were like, oh, I guess I'm just going to do an interview. And next thing you know, you're at one of these disgusting parties. This is why I'm so happy never being invited anywhere.
Yeah.
You know how many,
Yeah,
how
seriously.
many things I haven't seen because I'm not cool enough?
I love that. I love staying home.
Yeah, oh, it's the best.
The best.
No sex party troubles.
Exactly.
No,
Who needs
nothing.
those?
Yeah, who needs them? I mean, it's just all the I hate, that's one of my least favorite things when I wake up. I hate putting clothes on and then I hate taking them off.
Yeah.
Whole process sucks.
Yeah, it's true. The whole process does suck.
And then if you're at a party, I mean, and it's a sex party, you probably got to do it multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
And
you
just
probably,
sticky.
yeah,
Oh, the lube when it gets dry.
probably lose pieces of your outfit.
And then you try to get in the shower, it's already covered in lube, so you're falling over.
Where's
Oh, my
sock?
It's all marble and tile, so it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, someone else's fluids are in your underwear.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, speaking of music, Jose, he was a music executive.
Yes.
Oh yes.
And so this guy says that, oh no, this is a different person. There's another dude, Rogelio alleged Edgardo Diaz, Menudo's founder, offered oh my God, I'm on it. I'm on the pulse of shit, dude.
Are you? Are you?
I'm like fucking Alex Jones 1998, dude.
Keep your finger on the pulse.
Rosello, that's the Menudo dude, said that his manager Diaz offered the team to Jose to seal the band's multi-million-dollar RCA record deal.
Wow.
This shit's nasty.
Wow.
And then he said Diaz brought him to Jose's home in New Jersey, where the music exec drugged him and then, did absolutely awful things to him.
Jeez.
So this really was the fucking thing. So P. Diddy is just in jail celebrating his 55th birthday, by the way.
Oh,
Is
nice.
he?
Yesterday, it was 55.
Celebrating is a harsh word, right?
Well, they said, oh, his meal in prison isn't what he's used to. But then they broke it down. Cheese pizza at lunch.
Yeah, that's good.
was
It's the
not-
square shitty one.
Dude, I'm like the only person who fucking didn't mind school lunch.
I did not like school lunch.
No, it's disgusting.
Yeah, no.
But I didn't mind it because I'm disgusting. Like
Yeah.
that.
That
I'm
makes
like,
sense.
square pizza, and then your
I got
friends
the
would be
square pizza at
like,
lunch.
square pizza's fucking dope.
It was fine. Yeah.
I also like the Salisbury steak, and then everybody be like, I don't want this. But like, bring
Send
it over,
it.
baby.
My high school had carts where they sold Domino's pizza boxes outside of the cafeteria.
Why are
Yeah, that's insane.
why are the kids so fat?
Be sick. Yeah.
Yep. God damn.
Worked for me.
So he says, Rosella said in the Peacock series, that's where the man did horrible things again, raped him basically. That's the guy, that's the pedo. I was in terrible, this is so sad. I was in terrible pain for a week. I could barely stand the pain. I couldn't even. So, man, again, it'll be interesting to hear what the music industry really was all about. And then you have to wonder if everyone in it was either a victim or a perpetrator of one of the worst crimes that you could possibly do.
Yeah, literally. Like, is it like it's coming out that it's incredibly true, and it's like, wait, so all of you were just cool with this the entire time? Everyone's like, yeah, it's just like a thing that we all thought. we all knew. So
Yeah, Natalie Jones says Jerii wasn't indoctrinated by the lunch ladies, obviously, which is very fucking true. Make friends with the lunch ladies and make friends with the secretaries.
that's fun. Yeah, I was busy making friends with the assistant principal, so I was never in trouble.
Oh, well. Yeah, our assistant principal was Mr. Clark. And we did have a plan to kill his dogs, but thankfully we never did. He would race them.
It's good.
But I was like, no, I love the dogs. It's not the dogs' fault.
Maybe I wasn't brainwashed into being convinced that that food was edible. Okay, I was
No, it
like,
was
"Guys,
edible.
Are you kidding me?" What?
Literally says on the
not
box,
me.
grade D, but edible.
Yeah.
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 It's good.
But edible.
Yum, yum.
Sorry for having standards.
Crusher66 says, I love you, Kissel. Well, thank you, Crusher66. Anna Death Rage. I would eat my friend's cafeteria food leftovers. That's what I'm talking about, Anna.
Would they give them to you, or would you like take them out of the trash?
Are you going to finish that?
No, I was the friend giving her the food. I was like, please, God, take this off my plate.
Yeah. So anyway, due to the ages at the time of the crime, they would become eligible. Okay, so again, back to Eric and Lyle. Because of the ages that they committed this crime, they would be eligible for parole right away if they did get resentenced. So the Menudo the third piece of this, I think, is going to be very big for them because it shows a history of abuse
wild.
by their music executive father, Jose, and his wife, Kitty.
Is like child abuse like the secret sauce in the music industry? Like that's what makes great music?
I just remember hearing
God,
there was that.
You need it. They figured it out.
Pedophilia is the boyfriend that keeps breaking Adele's heart and makes her write genius songs.
Well, didn't that one? Who just died today? Quincy Jones.
Oh, yeah.
They say
shit.
Quincy, he's the tip of the spear.
Yeah.
Really?
91 years old.
So there's all these people that are like crying about it, and I'm like, I don't know.
I think he died at the right fucking time. Same thing with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
If you're MJ, you're just like, thank God I'm not.
Well, they're saying that Quincy Jones might have been abused by, or Michael Jackson might have been abused by Quincy Jones.
That would check
So
out.
that's
Yeah.
Yep. And then you
Totally check out.
look at the Michael Jackson documentary, Leaving Neverland. Both, I think one kid wanted to be a director, but the other kid wanted to be a dancer, and he danced for like Britney Spears and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all like you want to get into the industry.
Thanks to Keurig, my coffee runs now involve no running at all.
That's horrifying. Man.
2025 is going to be a year. It's going to be a triggering year for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Don't chase your dreams. Protect your butthole.
Can't we just make that is the nice thing about the decentralization of power of the internet? The internet can ruin lives and it can be a total fucking horrible shit show. But one nice thing is if you can get famous like Chappelle Roan, you know, you can really get an audience yourself without having to get diddled by the ditties of the world. Hopefully. But even Justin Bieber, he had the audience of his own because he started on YouTube when he was a baby.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, you got to come into the main fold. And then that's why the Biebs isn't talking. I feel bad for that poor bad.
I feel bad for that kid. He went through so much scrutiny and public nonsense, and then behind closed doors, he was just getting thrown around like a beanbag.
I know. And then you look at Britney. I mean, you know, leave her
Oh my
alone. But
God,
God damn, she's a broken woman.
Oh yeah, she's shattered.
They're saying Bieber's not doing well like right now since all the Diddy stuff came out. So he's like not going in public.
Yeah, because I watched a video where the reporters were like, so when did he have sex with you? And he's like,
Yeah.
can we
That's
not do this
insane.
here?
Yeah.
Please?
Jesus, people.
Yeah. And it is weird when you go back as a 90s baby, when you watch those old Britney Spears videos and the Christina Aguilera,
Yeah.
it does make you feel like, well, they were like 13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little young.
Seriously. And then
But
they had
anyway.
all those songs. She's so lucky, she's a star.
Yeah.
Cries.
Well, and that's also with the Beyonce stuff now. A lot of people are saying, thank you, Beyonce. They want to watch their back because they say Beyonce and Jay-Z are having people killed.
Yes.
Wait,
If
what?
we're dead, we didn't commit suicide.
Jay-Z knocked up a woman, and Beyonce apparently had her killed.
That's not true.
That's what they say.
Hey.
And that's what they say.
Queen Bey.
Get it? I mean, we got a story. I'm sure there's a story on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to dig into that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, this whole thing is fucking gonna get so nasty. And that's why
Just blow it all up.
it was Pierce Morgan's weird fucking dumpy British ass who was like, Jay-Z and Beyonce are all up to no good. And then Jay-Z and Beyonce are suing him. So people are going to be dying. There's just going to be a lot of car accidents.
Whoa.
They also say that Paul Walker was killed from Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
From Diddy.
No way.
That's what they say. Because what they say is Paul Walker, he had a young daughter. She wanted to get in the music business. And then Diddy was like, I'm going to get her into the business. But again, that means he's just going to do horrible things and treat her like a slip and slide.
God.
Yes. And then the person that was in the car with Paul Walker was paid off by the Didster, who was 55 years fun. And because of that, that car exploded basically on the side of the road. And then that's why one of Paul Walker's last words were, if Vin hears about what Diddy did, he's going to kill him. Because Vinny D, he's a good dude. He's a backup dancer. He's a dancer.
Yep.
And he likes to drive.
Yep.
And he was going to fucking beat up Diddy.
Damn.
Yep.
That is insane.
Yep.
I want the internet to just blow open all of this information.
Yep. According to Max, and we can trust him, he says Beyonce also killed her drummer cat, allegedly. Her drummer's cat, maybe.
Ooh.
Yep. So who knows? Who knows?
Are you sure? That sounds like it might be a fun little side quest.
Though we're
story.
not sure, but that's the fun.
Well, right. Who's killing all these people? You know?
Kathy White was a woman that Jay-Z hooked up with, cheated on Beyonce with, and she died. Who knows?
Do you know how she?
At 28 years old.
Oh, damn! She died under mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, suicide, shotgun blast to the back of the head.
No,
To the back of the
to
head.
the back of the head.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That is pretty crazy.
Clear case of suicide.
It really is.
Whoa.
And that one video of her sitting down with her pregnant belly, Beyonce, it's been all over my Instagram. But her belly isn't really pregnant. It's like a balloon. Because I think she had a surrogate, but she wanted people to think that she was pregnant. I don't fucking know,
Really?
man. It's all so goddamn weird. I have no clue what this whole world is. This is why Trump is going to get a lot of votes tomorrow for that reason.
Yeah.
Because the people are just going to be like, what the fuck is
Everyone's
going on?
just all over the place.
Yes, which, again, this will be a fun distraction from whatever the fuck happens over these next couple of years as a nation.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, let's move on here. We can obviously continue to discuss the Diddy stuff whenever we want to, but this is interesting. So the Delphi double murder case. Have you heard about this?
Oh, yeah.
I have not.
This story, it also involves children. Very, very sad. Abby and Libby, they were just babies, and they were killed. Abigail Williams and, well, speaking of white names, Liberty German.
Yeah.
Nothing whiter than that.
Quite.
Liberty German.
She's a victim, and it's sad.
Oh.
She was 14. So they were both killed, and this was in 2017, correct?
Yeah.
And now there's a dude who's been in solitary confinement for like 13 months. He's fucking gone completely and utterly insane, and he is now confessing to the crimes. His name, what was his name again? Alan something.
Richard Allen.
Richard Allen.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is his defense team is like, no, he didn't do it. He's just fucking nuts right now. He's covered in his own shit. He's drinking out of the toilet because he's been in solitary confinement for over a year. They found no DNA evidence from him, from the scene.
Yeah.
So they're saying he's just fucking really stressed out and he wants to get out of there. So because of that, he's telling everyone that will listen that he did it.
Yeah. He had told them in the same, like the biggest things in the news is saying like, oh, he admitted to it to his wife and his mother on, jailhouse phone calls.
Right.
That are all recorded, obviously, like we had that with Joe Exotic when he called in. He was saying, I think I'm losing my mind, but then also admitting, like, I think I did it. Saying, I think I did it.
I think I did it.
Yeah.
Right. And then his wife is like, don't say that. He's like, no, I really think I did it. I may have done it. But, I mean, anyone who pretends like they're tough, if they go to solitary confinement is fucking lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one true crime lady that was like, I would never admit to something I didn't do. And it's like, okay, well, if you go into solitary, you very well could.
You can,
Yeah.
like, literally, if you threw a punch of Taylor Swift tickets at her and reeled him in, she would confess to multiple murders if you gave it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, hey, anyone's susceptible to that. The mind is a powerful thing.
It
you
is.
could convince me that I went to McDonald's yesterday. I didn't, but if we talked about it for like an hour, I'd be like, man, maybe I did go to McDonald's.
Maybe I did.
yesterday.
Maybe I did do it.
Yeah, because we've done it so much. What's the difference
Yeah.
if you went yesterday or a week ago?
Literally, yeah.
I made a massive mistake with Jack in the Box this week.
Oh, boy.
Why?
Because I'm taking my Wegovy I'm
Okay.
trying to lose weight, but I'm also a competitive person. So I'm like, what if I can beat the Wegovy?
Well, why?
I gotta
no,
show it who's
don't
boss.
be-
What if I'm like, Wegovy, you ain't gonna fucking make me lose weight. Fuck you, big pharma.
Is that the way to go?
No, it's a borderline psychotic.
Yeah, rebelling against your own goals.
Yeah, it's been a problem. Kind of getting in my own way sometimes.
Sabotage. I know the flavor.
I know, yeah. Oh, by the way, so the new name of the show, it's gonna be Okay Bud.
Oh, we're announcing that.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Okay Bud.
All right.
I like it.
I love it. So that'll be that when we launch, when we do our hard launch.
Yeah.
We'll do a Patreon. So we need everyone to give us like $7 a month
Yes.
so we can do this. Because
Yes.
he's got a kid. Jerry's got a whole bunch of
I am a kid.
child, and God knows I got a dog to take care of.
I have a cat to take care of. My cat son.
Thank you, Megan. Okay, bud, I love it. Thank you, Megan. That's very sweet.
Nice.
Daisy says I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Back to this Delphi murder case.
Yeah.
So there was, and this is actually nice compared to what we were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There was no DNA evidence of any sexual assault of the two girls, thank God. And there was an unknown male, but there was DNA from an unknown male at the crime scene.
Under their fingernails.
Which obviously is going to be a defense wound, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, or they were scratching me like, get the fuck off, you
Yeah.
psychopath. And it was not Richard Allen's.
Yes.
So
Oh.
it's someone is out there, and I'm sure at some point he's like, I hope my niece doesn't do a 23andMe.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna be fucked. But if they have DNA of and they do know it's DNA of this unnamed person,
Yeah.
at some point they'll have to find him, I would assume.
Yeah, and there was hair wrapped around one of their fingers, and it was the sister of one of the girls.
Is that right?
Yeah, but they said that it was from a sweatshirt that she was wearing because they were borrowing her sister's sweatshirt.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that's a valid defense in my opinion. But the fact that they didn't test underneath their nails until recently, when people were like, whose DNA is that? And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we don't know.
We don't
Why
know.
would they not test that out?
I don't know. I mean, there were so many rumors about this case. Like they actually went in and raided his house, and they dug up the backyard, and they were saying that there were strands. This was all rumors, but it never came out in the trial. They said that they were trying to find if the strands on their clothes were from the dead cat that was in his backyard, but that never came to fruition in the trial. The prosecution's already rested, so they have literally nothing to go off of other than him putting himself at the scene.
And why did he do that?
Well, he was like trying to help them, is what he's saying. Like he was the first person to come out and was like, "Oh, I was there the other day when this happened. I didn't realize it was the same day, and it was like 3 days later or something." So he put himself there, but said he didn't see the girls.
Yeah, Abby's jeans and jacket and Libby's t-shirt where they were discovered in a nearby river. Well, that's just, I feel horrible,
It's
obviously,
really
for the
bizarre.
family.
It's really bizarre how the whole case was handled. Like it wasn't handled properly.
No.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
So even if he did do it, I think it's going to be a mistrial. I don't think there's any way that they officially all agree that he definitely did it.
there's no
Right.
proof beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what if he takes the stand, though? It's like, no, I promise you, I did it. I mean, like, how much do you weigh, like, him? Well, he's saying he did it. And they're like, well, there's no DNA evidence. But he's like, I guarantee you. I loved it. I'll do it again.
But and
I mean,
that's-
if you're a prosecutor, you're like, I mean, I don't know. If you're a juror,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, well, why is he so steadfast that he did it?
Yeah. The jury just saw a video of him covered in his own shit, getting forcibly washed by the prison guards and everything. And they were apparently horrified.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to make you feel like that's a person that's telling you maybe the full truth
Yeah.
Yeah,
or knows what they're saying.
right. And
Yeah.
it would take me, I'm going to give myself 5 days solitary before I start making toys out of my shed.
Well, look at this. The quietest room on earth. It
Oh
will
my-
drive you crazy. It's in Minnesota. The space is so quiet that the longest anyone has ever been able to bear it was 45 minutes. You start hallucinating and going
Really?
crazy. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because there's no sound and you're in there by yourself.
Whoa. Isn't that kind of like what sensory tanks do?
Yeah.
Like you're in like all the salt water and then it's like it completely takes away its
Yeah, I
sound.
go to the place in Pasadena and do it.
I have done it there before.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just
Yeah.
float. Shout out to Just Float.
So then, yeah, shout out to Just Float. But then why is Just Float like awesome? But then here in the room, it's crazy inducing.
I watched a little special on PBS about a public broadcasting station.
Oh, okay.
Humble brag. I got it. I've got it.
Okay.
Big government. I got it.
Yep.
And it's like it's this technology they use and that has never been used before. And it drives you nuts because you start to feel and you start to hear the blood flow going through your body.
Oh.
And then
Whoa.
your brain doesn't know where it is or what it's up to. So basically it goes into it goes into like a fight or flight mode. And you just start, you're going to kill you. You're like gouge out your eyes and shit.
Oh
You're
my
like,
God.
Listen, my brain never knows what it's up to or where it's at.
I know.
So, challenge could be accepted there.
Yep, that's right. All right. Well, let's go on to this other story about love. Australia. There was a dude, he got really fucking pissed off, right? His name is David McCullough. He's 41. He pleaded guilty last week to a violent attack after he caught a duo having sex in his car. Turns out the duo was his wife and his brother.
Oh,
His brother was banging his wife.
betrayal.
Isn't that crazy?
That's almost the worst duo you could find having sex in your car.
That's so horrible. Keep it in the family. That is so gross. Jacinta
man.
King was her name. He called her a bunch and she didn't answer any of the phone calls. He's like, I bet you she's fucking my goddamn mother. You know how you can kind of tell a little bit when your spouse wants to fuck one of your siblings. So he found his wife
A nightmare.
I know, right?
Ugh.
That's why I'm happy both of my brothers are gay. No temptation there.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know what a nightmare was in high school? To have a crush on a girl and then that girl has a crush on my brother. I'm like, damn it.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Nope.
No. So he found his wife of 6 years. They got 4 kids, so she was constantly pregnant. And he found her in the back of the car with his brother Jamie. They were just having a bunch of sex. But even weirder was the mom. She was sitting in the front seat.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The mom was in the front seat while the brother and his wife were banging in the back seat.
Was she like asleep or something?
No, I think she was probably watching the rear view, just being like, hey, that's the way
not
she
a
likes
thing.
it.
That's not a thing. Why would she be helping them try to cover it up? She's the lookout?
I don't know. So the husband grabbed a shovel from his car and started beating the pair. And he said, I'm going to kill them all. And then the mom tried to intervene. But you know what happened to her? She ended up in a trash can.
Well, yeah, she's garbage. What was she doing?
They pushed her into a trash can.
Oh.
That is
Isn't that
just
funny?
crazy.
So the mom was watching
Insane
her
family
son.
episode.
Her son was banging her other son's wife in the front row, and the son got super mad, and then she got pushed into the trash can. Just being a mom,
Oh my God.
just being a mother. So McCullough's wife and brother were hospitalized, and then during the sentencing last week, they say they understood it must have been upsetting.
Oh, do you understand? It must have been upsetting.
Yes. Justice Tamara Jago says, I accept it was an emotive response to the circumstances which you discovered.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
However, he did still end up pleading guilty, and he was sentenced to 3 years in prison.
Oh, wow.
Damn, they charged him?
Yeah, they put him in the pokey for 3 years. Come on.
That's so messed up.
You get to beat him up. I mean, you just get to beat up, at the very least, your brother. He had a shovel. I mean.
Yeah, the shovel's pretty intense.
Yeah, and then just the mom's feet hanging out from the garbage can. Like, what happened?
It's 1 year for every person fucking in his car.
Yeah, his car.
I need a statement from the mother.
Well, there's a picture. If you scroll down on that New York Post article, there's a picture of her mother,
Oh,
of
God.
his mother, holding 2 dogs.
Good Lord.
This
Yeah.
Echo Fo says, what a supportive mother. This is
Yeah.
the wrong kind of support.
Yeah, so now they're gonna, I guess, over these 3 years, they could really fall in love with each other, and maybe, as I think someone said in the chat, probably have another son, so, or another baby, maybe a daughter.
Good Lord. Imagine just getting into your car and being like, has someone been fucking in here?
Yeah,
Like they're just
God.
fishbowling his car with ass and fucking
Right.
dick smell.
Yeah.
I love this
And
episode.
then your mom is like, no, that's not it at all, honey. Don't even worry about that smell.
I love this episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Yes. Really
So tell me,
messed up.
when did you guys meet? Well, Grandma was in the front seat. I was
Good
inside of your
Lord.
now mother. All right, so that's kind of just a fun story.
Yeah, super.
Fun.
Yeah. Let's see here. There was a dude who had cancer. No, he doesn't have cancer. He's got an illness. And because of his illness, he had to cut off 4 inches of his dick.
Not as fun.
No, he had to chop off 4 inches of his dick, but he's still given 7 months to live.
What?
Just keep it.
Yes. What's
Keep
the
it and
point
go
of
down
that?
with the ship.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you can't get married in a Jewish cemetery, I don't think, anymore.
Cut off
Oh yeah.
He had
4 inches. That's the whole thing.
well,
It's not 4
whole thing.
inches.
What kind of men have you been hanging out with?
It's not his 4-inch
Not us,
penis.
boys.
It's
Look at
4
Jerry
inches
Bear.
of his penis.
No, he's a Brit. You know, the British have a deceptively long and thin penises. I think.
Oh.
Oh yeah, kickstand dick.
Well, they're used to invading places and not being caught.
If someone wrote a news article about 4 inches being taken off my dick, I'd be like, yeah, they took like half of it.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good thing I have the other 6 inches.
Yeah, right. Good thing 60% of it is still there.
Yeah, yep. You know us boys.
Oh, boy.
We got real big dicks.
All of us.
Real.
Yeah.
We're cool guys.
Statistically speaking,
Yeah.
We don't.
totally.
No, we do not. So anyway, he had a penile cancer caused by HPV, so it was cancer.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then
Oh, wow.
he said anyone can get it.
Yeah.
That's crazy because everyone usually says that you're more at risk for HPV, like cancer related issues, if you're a woman. And if they're a
Yeah.
man, HPV usually just goes to sleep in your body and like nothing happens.
Right.
He's British.
Wow.
So his name is Patrick. He's retired. He lives with his
Poor
wife.
guy. I shouldn't be laughing. It's not funny. I
Yeah,
just,
sucks.
We're all slowly. You slowly just fall apart and then you die.
Yeah.
there's just so many things that the doctor that they're like, oh, for men this won't do anything, but you'll die in 2 to 6 weeks if you don't
Yeah.
take this medicine every single day.
Right.
So I
So
don't know, maybe.
his wife Laura, they lived in Liverpool. He was diagnosed with an aggressive form of penis cancer, and then he was consulted to go out to get a penectomy.
Wow.
Penectomy. I guess a
To
penectomy.
me.
That's what it's called. A penectomy, where they cut off your dick, and then I guess they maybe show it to people.
Depenicization.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Patrick initially joked to his wife Laura, saying, "Surely they're not going to chop it off," but then they did.
They make it fun, like make them put them in a glory hole.
Yeah, I was just waving around. Remember those things that you used to have
A flag.
in the? Remember those things you used to get in the '90s that were like, you can't hold it for that long.
Oh, the
Yeah,
squishy,
yeah.
Squishy things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Use that bit with
the uncircumcised dick attached to nothing.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. Do the Brits circumcise or uncircumcised mostly?
I think they're uncircumcised.
Yeah, I think they got the wagon. The hood's still on the wagon.
Yeah. Do they?
Sit on the wagon.
So
You call it the wagon.
they got the hood on the wagon. Yeah.
Yeah. My friend used to be uncircumcised, and he would put Skittles in there and pop them out.
Oh.
It's kind of funny. But because they cut off a lot of his dick, there's been no further progress from the disease. So the disease really was just kind of in his cock there.
Oh.
Yeah, he told, this is what he told somebody. He says, my penile cancer is caused by HPV, and most people will get HPV at some point in
It's
your
true.
Yeah, everybody
lifetime."
has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they cut off his whole dick because usually HPV is at the base. It's not at the tip.
Well, doesn't it the whole thing?
So you got to cut the whole thing off to cut the base off, unless they cut like the base and then just moved it down like Tetris.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
They just gotta take
Just
that
cleared
little
out a couple
snippet off.
levels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Zoe says she just got off a train from Liverpool and feels like this makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
Maybe the whole area is kind of reeling from this story. Of course,
yeah.
Liverpool, the home of John Lennon.
oh wow, yeah.
Yep.
And I was in Liverpool, and there you have the Beatles car there. There's a little Beatles
they do?
car. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Never
And you can drink at 18. All those kids were fucking absolutely hammered.
Yeah.
And 18-year-olds look like they are 5. And it was very interesting, and it took me a while to get used to.
Yeah, I bet.
Because I was like, why are you youngsters in here drinking? But then they were just absolute nuts and all that sex. And
Yeah, that must be really weird. Just like children just going nuts.
Yeah. I do think that Liverpool has a very high rate of teenage pregnancy.
Oh,
Yeah, so I've heard that.
That would make
Oh.
sense. Yeah.
Yep. But in England, the HPV vaccine is offered to children between 11 and 13, but I guess he never got it. Yeah. Penile cancer is very rare and mostly affects men aged over 50.
oh wow.
50, so I'm good. I'm good.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you're over 50 and you're a man, you're going to have to lose 4 inches of your penis.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you're over 50.
No, I'm
No.
not. I'm 43.
Yeah, so
Oh,
he's not 50 yet.
I
So
have
he's like,
7
I'm good
years.
for now.
I got 7 years with this hog.
Good.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
Go ahead and rev that thing up.
But it's weird because I would talk to, I'd be like, bitch, wife, how do I have HPV? What have you been up to?
Yeah,
He's
you
been
whore.
married. How'd he
what
get
if-
it?
What if it was just dormant in his body for mad long? He doesn't know who he got it from.
Well, in 2020, Patrick noticed his penis was itchy, red, and sore during a phone consultation with a nurse, and she suggested he had thrush.
What's thrush?
It's a yeast infection.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But man, so he must not be circumcised. There's no bacon on in my little thing there.
Oof.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he says, it was a beautiful day, and I breezed in there feeling lucky to actually see a GP in person, socialized medicine. And then he said it was during the pandemic. He said, my GP says, I hate to say it, but I think you got penile cancer.
Oh.
It doesn't sound like you fucking hated to say it when you're smiling and laughing.
Poor guy.
I think you got dick cancer, brah.
Jeez.
Yep, very rare.
Well, yeah, for real. And he got it of all people.
People talking about the HPV vaccine. That's a very new vaccine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do all the kids get it now?
They get it now, but it wasn't
now.
offered like when we were growing up.
Oh, okay. We
Yeah.
just had to get it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Which I've never had it.
Through sexual contact.
I have never had it. He said to Laura, his now wife, I don't know what the operation's going to do, but surely they're not going to chop it off. And she said, well, I hate to say this, but I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
Oof.
Yeah.
So he was in denial the whole time. He didn't. What did he think a penectomy was going to be? But maybe it's like if you get breast cancer, you can get a brand new set.
Yeah.
What if he
get
thought it
better
was like a
ones.
chiropractor thing where they were just gonna like go in and like crack it at the base somewhere weird and
Oh my goodness! So
lodge it back into some kind of a weird place?
Have to crack your dick off.
Yeah.
well, women like it to slightly go up.
Yeah.
Why would you? What?
That's what I've been told. Women like to slightly go up. That's where they, inside of the woman's vagina, it's like you got those ridges.
I'm aware of the anatomy. Yep.
You want to get to the ridges.
You want to get to the. You want to.
Yes. Echo Phoenix says, hell yes, Swiss Army penis.
Yeah.
God,
Got a can opener in there,
no.
corkscrew,
Yep.
Oh.
Anyway,
you can reach that.
you got to get to the ridges.
You got to get to the ridges.
It's like when you're skiing, you're going to go.
That's so good. Please, thank you for mansplaining that.
Ridges.
Female pleasure here 101.
Oh, you're deep in my ridges.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, bud.
Okay, bud. Okay, bud. That means we got to move on. This is they say grueling treatment. He was speaking with intimacy to his wife, Laura, who was also the name of my mother. He says it's not penetrative, but there's a whole load of other things you can do, and there's a lot of other pleasures and sensations.
Yep.
And then he says it's only strengthened our strong relationship.
You have to think that, or else you'll kill yourself.
Literally, there's no other choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to fully fool yourself.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, tough day.
Jeez.
But he had to go, come here, Jerii. Get up here then. Jeez Louise. Jerry's like, I want to be a part of this penis story. He had to go through chemotherapy, and he felt lethargic. And he also had brain irritation. I don't know what the fuck that is. That sounds horrible. Brain irritation.
My brain is just irritating.
Oh, my God.
I can relate.
I would go, but that means it would just feel like a bunch of bugs in there crawling around or what?
I don't know. Maybe you feel like a lot of like buzzing in your head.
Oh, God.
It's your brain ridges getting fucked.
Yeah. That is horrible. Anyway, so that's that guy's plight. So if you feel like you're having a bad day, it could be worse.
Crusher666 says pussy's like ruffle chips. It has ridges.
There you go. Thank you.
It has nooks and crannies.
There it is.
There you go. There you go. Well, all right. Well, just lastly here. Well, there was a big shitstorm in this is kind of a funny story. There was I guess, what would you call this? It was in Russia. There was a geyser, and it ran into a sewer. It was like a sewage geyser, and then a bunch of shit started flying all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was on social media captured in Russia. Do you have that image,
Yes.
Kyle? So it's all human shit, and it went 180 feet high.
Yummy.
Just when you thought the war wasn't
180
going.
feet high.
Yeah.
Imagine being around there.
Right, and might have made the place smell better. And so the foul fountain rained down. That's what they say on the Novoya Moskva district of Moscow. And the thing about the Russians, I feel like they're well, no, are they clean? I guess I don't really think of Russians in like really being super. I think of Swedish people as very clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russians, we wouldn't know if they're clean or not. It's always cold there. Like
Right.
like New York City, it takes the piss smell away when it's cold.
It's very true.
So they're probably all stinky.
Yeah, they might.
But it's very cold. So we don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, anyway, so that happened. So someone got covered in there. It's a good day. Why do you have your umbrella here, Tom? It hasn't rained in years. Never know.
It's a good way to get hepatitis.
You never know. That was actually why remember, those hipster hats that the gals used to wear in Williamsburg, that were real big, make them look Amish?
Yeah.
Those were invented because people used to take their sewage, dump it out the windows. And
That's not true.
That is true.
That's why those hats were invented.
A drunkard at Skinny Dennis, my favorite bar that I used to go to, told me that.
Oh, it must be.
Okay, that sounds accurate then.
He hated hipsters. And he would just be like, those hats, that is for shit. For this. It's so that they don't get a bunch of shit poured on them.
Maybe I should have had one of those hats in New York City. I'm pretty sure someone dumped a bucket of cigarettes over a building while I was
sure.
walking one day.
Ugh, there's nothing worse than the one thing I don't miss is when you get random droplets.
Oh,
Yeah.
right in your clam chowder.
Right
Yep.
in
Just
your clam hooey?
walk in New York and then you just randomly get hit with something.
Why are you walking around with your clam chowder open?
He's from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how they court. So he tries to find a girlfriend. Chowder? You want some chowder? I want some chowder.
I'm trash.
You trash? Oh, man. This is great chowder, Kyle. Anyway.
Sewage explosion.
All right, final story. A daughter has been accused of dismembering her mother with a chainsaw, and then she put the remains on a grill.
We always have the best family stories.
Isn't that weird?
Seriously, like I thought my family dynamic was crazy and difficult, but it seems like it's going pretty easy.
Yeah.
No one's trying to saute anyone or.
Well, they're on the grill.
Right,
you're saying
right.
your family.
No, I'm saying sure, yeah.
No, her
yes.
family's
Oh,
close. I was reading. I heard. Jerii tells me, I'm like, I'm sorry, Jerii. And they're funny because they're always like, Jerii, you be the referee.
Yeah.
Like, what? Did we not?
I'm a referee.
I know, but you don't deserve that.
Thanks.
You don't
Thank
deserve that. They need to. Are not their parent.
Facts.
Jeez,
But I'm not gonna throw anyone on a grill either.
No. So Candace Craig, she's 46. She's on trial connected to murdering her mother. She was 71 years old. So apparently they got really upset with each other. She killed her mother, and then she went to her friend and was like, hey, you got to help me get rid of this body. So not a friend. It was her daughter. So it was, again, a family affair. So Salia Hardy, that's the daughter of the gal who killed her mother, was like, all right, sure, Mom, I'll help you out. So then they went in and they tried to cook her and put her on fire in the backyard.
Holy
but there's a
shit.
bunch of neighbors. And the
Yeah.
neighbors were all like, well, this fire is out of control. What do you kill? Did you kill your mother and you have her on fire in the backyard? So
Right.
then they were like, this isn't going to work at all. So then they waited for the body part to cool. They brought it back in. Then they tried to chop it up, went to get a chainsaw, chainsawed it up, and then they were like, we know what to do. We're going to put it on a grill to grill it. But that didn't work either. It just, probably, a good crisp.
Yeah, they're refrying shredded mom.
Yep. So what happened was Hardy confronted her mother, who allegedly told her that they needed to dispose of the body because by either burning it, using acid, or chopping it up. So they tried to do all that stuff. They went to Home Depot. Humble brag, a little Home Depot.
Yeah.
Home Depot
Not
trip.
not a sponsor. Not a sponsor of the show. So they say they did all those things, and then the cops came in for a welfare check because the neighbors were like, I think this woman is dead. And then they found the smells of decomposition.
Yeah.
They saw that there was 3 white plastic bags covered in blood, and then
God.
inside of it, it was full of this woman's body parts.
Like, say, it smells like someone's fucking cooking their mom in here.
That's
Yeah.
so sad.
Yep.
What did the mother do?
I was going to say, what did the mom do?
71. Well, 71.
Oh, 71
You're
year olds.
getting there.
That's true.
My mom just sent me the
Weirdos.
cutest. Well, they're funny because they don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she wasn't like thrilled about this.
Yeah.
She probably cared a little bit about getting
Yeah.
chopped up and grilled.
My mom just sent me the funniest picture. I put it on my Instagram. Still hemorrhaging followers on that. But she's playing what is it? Sit down
Chair volleyball.
chair volleyball
Yeah.
with a beach ball, and they just sit. I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? I know everyone in there is a lot older than she is.
Wow.
My mom's wanted to be old her entire life.
She's been waiting for this.
Have you seen what some 70-year-olds look like?
Oh yeah.
No?
Yeah, they're like hot now.
They're like ripped.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like the best shape of their lives.
That's like Vanna White.
Yeah.
She's
exactly.
hot.
Yeah. Tom Hanks just said he's in better shape than he was when he was in his 30s.
Well, it's because he's killing children and drinking their blood.
Yeah, that's true.
Adrenochrome.
Really working
Yeah.
out for him.
He looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just had that movie. What was it? Here Now What? Why am I guilty of pedophilia? What was it called?
Something like that.
Yeah, but they de-aged him.
Oh
I
yeah.
hate that shit. Fuck is-
De-aged him?
Yeah, they de-aged him to make him look like young. But you know, like the movie Big, where he's 13 and
Yeah.
that 30-year-old still tries to fuck him.
Yeah,
She doesn't
yeah.
try. She does.
Yeah,
Definitely
she does.
it.
Yeah.
They've been
That's
hiding in
weird.
plain sight this whole time.
That's so weird. Yeah. So many of those movies don't age well.
Yep. Natalie Jones says my mom is in her golden years,
Yes.
but I think she can live until 100.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Anyway. All right. Well, I guess chair volleyball is what you do when you get old.
Yeah. I'd be the guy that spikes it on someone. Just fucking boom. Volleyball. Volleyball. You get a spike.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're like, God damn it, Kyle, stop.
Take out someone's
spiking the
grandmother.
ball."
Pretty
Jesus.
cool. You're pretty fucking cool, dude.
I'm gonna show up to one now.
Kyle.
Oh, I'd love to go fuck him up. I just wish my mom can walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So I
not-
don't, I do think that maybe they could just do regular volleyball.
Well, maybe there's like a core workout involved with the bouncing balls, and then like
She
you
does
know, like-
she does her Pilates.
That's awesome. Dude, your mom's is doing great. She's
I
killing
know.
it.
I know she is.
Oh.
Yeah, I love my mom. I love my mom. And I'm getting to know my father a little bit more.
Oh.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
nice.
I realized the lessons he was teaching me as a child were good lessons, but he just did it the wrong way. Physically abusive.
You know.
But the lesson was good.
Yeah, the intention was there.
The intention was there.
Yeah.
So I got to just not do the other thing, but have the intention. That's good.
Yes.
Anyway.
Love figuring.
They were a
out
little
childhood
rough with us
lessons.
back in the day.
Yep.
Well, but also I think they could probably, tussle up these kids a little bit more nowadays.
Yeah. Give them a little bit of.
That's why I fight my son every night.
Not to sound like a boomer. Well, your kid's gonna beat the fuck out of you when he's 13.
I'm getting him ready to.
It's gonna be awesome. When his kid has his coming of age moment, I fucking can't wait for him to sock your
Take
ass.
your father out like a man.
You man. Wow. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Again, the new show, whenever it comes out, it'll be called Okay Bud. And I kind of want the logo to be, remember Yo MTV Raps?
Yeah.
Kind of like that for a
Wow.
logo style.
Yeah.
No MTV raps. Nice.
I love that.
Remember that one?
With the other Dr. Dre?
With the other Dr. Dre.
There were two
Yep,
Dr. Dre's.
yep.
Remember that? One was super, super fat.
Yeah.
And it was always so
We
confusing.
don't talk about that enough.
I know.
Nowhere
And what was
near enough.
it? Was Big Dr. Dre, and then what was the other guy's name?
Fuck.
He was fucking. That show was so fucking funny.
Yeah, it was great. Ed Lover,
Ed Lover.
Fab Five Freddy,
Yeah.
Fat Dr. Dre. He's like, I'm Dr. Dre. The other Dr. Dre's like, okay, bud.
Well, who came first? Who came first?
I don't know. The Fat Dre or the Skinny Dre?
Oh my God.
We're gonna have to find that out.
Six Squirrel says, "Are we gonna do an election special?" I don't know. I like this map. It's called 270towin.com. It's gonna be a close one. I just really don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know either.
I think if I had to predict, I'm gonna do a prediction.
Do a
Okay.
prediction.
And this is not what I want. This is just my prediction based upon some of the data.
Yeah.
The data. Don't yeah me.
Yeah.
Don't yeah me.
Okay.
I think Trump is going to win Arizona, North Carolina, Nevada, and Georgia. And then I think Harris has got to run the board. But I think that Trump will end up winning Pennsylvania. Harris wins Wisconsin and Michigan. But that would give the win to Trump. But who knows? I don't know. But that's
Lord.
because why do I say this? I'm not just making this up.
No, it's
It's because
incredible.
the early ballots that have been usually early ballots benefit the Dems.
Yep.
But this cycle, the Republicans have said that's not voter fraud anymore. So because of that, all of these Republicans have been voting early, and most of the early they don't know who they voted for, but they know their political ideology or they know their political party,
Right.
and most of them are Republicans. So you have to assume at least 90% plus are voting for Trump if they're Republican. So anyway, I have no idea, but if I had a gun to my head right now, I would go with Donnie, but anything can fucking happen. And I think also people are fucking exhausted already.
Yeah, I literally already am.
And 4 more years of it's just so much drama.
Yeah, I watched the January 6th HBO documentary last night.
It's
Really?
disgusting.
Could happen again.
It's fucking disgusting.
People get crazy enough.
So maybe
Yep.
people will just say, you know what, love her or hate her with Kamala, but it'll just be more peaceful. But who knows? W. Baldwin, what do I feel about the Libertarian candidate? You know, I really don't know anything about him this year. I don't know. But anyway, maybe we'll do so. I don't fucking know. Anyway, just no matter what happens, we got to control, and we got to love ourselves, and we got to love our friends, we got to love our family.
Yeah.
Because
Love your neighbor.
no one cares about you. No one cares about us that's in power.
No.
Yeah.
So we just have to take care of ourselves.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for watching. Hail yourselves. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.